Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for Nasdaq and SPX price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis. This is a daily close. We're gonna see what happened today, what it might happen next today in the live stream. We said we might see a little bit higher prices inside this blue zone. We were around the 1.27, and here we go. We saw a little bit higher prices finishing wave 5 here, and with it finishing a wave 3. Well, it was preferably, of course, to take the 1.618, but still, of course, not necessarily you are above the 1.27 and in between, of course, the 1.618. That means it can be, of course, a finished impulse for a wave 3, and you might move lower for a wave 4. So basically, we are looking at a start of an impulse here for a wave 4. Don't forget the wave 2 is a zigzag here, very sharp, very deep. And you might have, of course, at the same time here, a flat as alternation. Now, minimum target for this wave 4 is a 0.23, 22K 335. And that means, of course, you might have here a kind of like an impulse. If you are having an impulse, that means, of course, you might have kind of like a zigzag. But I believe that this zigzag can be, of course, hitting around, or in between the 0.23, 0.38. To see, of course, this wave 4 unfolding and therefore continuation for higher prices. If we dive deeper inside it, you can see as well that we have a formation of 1, 2, 3, and this wave 4 has retraced very high again. But we still, of course, in the impulse, not invalidated yet before taking the 22K 554. This is exactly the invalidation of the 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. If the price still under this area, meaning we are still looking for lower, and we might come back, of course, to this blue zone. And of course, this move here is looking, of course, on the 50-minute chart is looking three ways. But if you dive inside it, you can see clearly you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. The wave 4 did not interfere with zone 1, meaning this is a finished impulse for wave 5. Very normal, yeah, despite that it looks like a three ways on the 15-minute chart on the micro levels, it is still perfect finish. So basically, I would like to say here that this is only a wave A that you are looking at here, and that means it might unfold as something later, deeper and longer in time, meaning you might see, of course, an A, B, and a C to hit around, of course, this blue box between the 22K 335 and 22K 171. So the timing required for this correction is very normal. I would say until Monday, of course, to see some move toward the upside. Maybe the Monday will be ranging still in this area, maybe on Tuesday, therefore continuation for higher prices. So this is regarding Nasdaq. Very clear price action, nothing surprising. Basically everything was expected. Let's see the SPX as well. The SPX, well, yeah, as normally we see always the SPX a little bit lagging or behind the Nasdaq here. So what if the SPX still looking for higher here? We don't see really very major move towards the downside on the 50-minute chart. We see one simple leg here. However, on the even lower time frame, if we move inside this move, we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Yes, this is a wave 5, one single wave 5, as you can see, like a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 here. Basically, this is very high. Yeah, so I think that SPX is still lagging, of course, as before. And Nasdaq is always leading the way, I would say, of the stock market. But SPX here is finding still the way for higher, potentially one more high before the start of this wave 4, knowing that we have reached the target again. Yeah, so we were looking for those targets. Sorry, I don't have the blue box, but here we go. We were looking for those target 1-to-1 fib level. If you remember, today in the live stream, we mentioned that we would like to see this hitting exactly there, and we did. So basically, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. Now, if this is still looking for higher, probably, but still be careful, guys, how much it's gonna go higher. Yeah, so this is a question: how much higher? Is it a little bit before start the unfold of the wave 4 here, and it might be very deep. So yeah, based on risk management here, I would say be careful. So I'm not sure how much it was, right? A little bit higher, but be careful from unfolding something deeper later on. I would like to see one more high anyway. So 1.618 maybe can be taken, maybe not, maybe a little bit higher, just simply one more high, and then continuation for lower. In case we are looking for wave 4 here, let's have some targets as well, since we are very close to the top here. So taken from the wave 2, I would say the target for wave 4 might be the 0.23 here. So the 0.23 is around the 5,911. Based on the timing, if we take this time for this running flat here, we are looking for the following blue box in between those levels. Here we go. Yeah, so the wave 4 might take a little bit time, of course, to unfold and to be done and finished, and then continuation for higher prices later on. So we're gonna see how this is going to unfold. This, by the way, those are the wave 5 here targets, not the wave 3. The wave 3 is done. The wave 5 are between the 0.618 and the 1-to-1 fib level, to be finished, of course, later on after a wave 4. So basically, those are the updates for Nasdaq and SPX. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.